Whoa, there's a lot of faces I haven't seen in a little bit. So yeah, I took about 8 days off. Went to Hawaii for me and my wife's 10-year wedding anniversary. It was something that we planned for a while, and she really wanted to go, and yeah, we made it happen. But yeah, I had a few of you that were asking, "Hey, yeah, where's good old Blue Ridge at? Haven't seen him in quite a while. You guys know me. I don't normally take that many days off consecutively. That's for sure. I'll take maybe 2 days off here and there on occasion, but as you guys know, I'm dedicated to producing some erstwhile content for everyone, all my viewers, and we have a good one today, actually. Quick little recap: had a great time. The weather was gorgeous. You guys, few of you who cared to see the sunset and the waves video. 2 hours long. Yeah, it was pitch black by the time hour number two cranked on there. But we had a really good time. Did an ATV tour in Maui. Went to the Maui Ocean Center, which is kind of like an aquarium, but it was just awesome, very very cool, and did a few other things. We did the road to Hana, which beat the piss out of me, honestly. Yeah, it's only like 40 miles long, but the road is very 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 narrow. In a lot of cases, there was a lot of one way only type of driving, so you had to look around the corner to see if another car was coming, and sometimes they're driving like a bat out of hell. But all through it, yeah, I was exhausted. It ended up lasting about 11 hours, somewhere around there, of just good old driving along, this very narrow road with a lot of craters and potholes all over the place. Um, I did have an opportunity to check out probably the one prominent um, coin shop, who is also a pawn shop on the island. And yeah, I'll talk about a few of the items that I had picked up from there and show you guys what I found. And it's pretty awesome. If you guys are ever in the neighborhood, they are located in Wailuku. I think that's the name of the village over there. Um, but yeah, fantastic. Picked up a few things I've one of them I've never personally owned, and if you guys know your Franklin Mint stuff, there's probably a lot of you that have a love hate relationship with Franklin Mint stuff, because back in the day it used to be a subscription service. A lot of coins that you paid monthly for, and you paid probably more money than a lot of the coins and various metals and tokens were worth. So we're going to share some of that. But after going through approximately a week's worth of mail, I received yet again another Heritage Auctions letter from David Mayfield, who is the vice president of Heritage. Love the company. I have bought a multitude of coins, and apparently they're looking for consignments because the market is fantastic. And I knew that. I have known that for the better part of the year, while other sectors of the collectibles market, for example, sports cards and various other things have certainly taken a huge dip to where they're almost like pre-pandemic levels as far as values. Coins, precious metals, and currency continue to hold strong. Now, let's kind of discuss exactly what strong market is for numismatics, because it's not everything. Obviously, there's going to be certain areas within numismatics that haven't quite performed compared to the rest. All right, and a lot of it really is going to be your low end varieties and errors. Okay, number one. Number two, there are going to be some of those weird, funky, denominational early U.S. coins. There's going to be a whole bunch of foreign coins that certainly have just been on a crazy standstill. Um, I would say about 50% of the market, all of the popular stuff, graded Morgan dollars, a lot of the earlier, colonial pieces, the federal age of coinage that's generally construed as the beginning of coinage, 1790, U.S. coinage, 1790 into the early 1800s is what they consider federal period. And of course, you have your pre-Civil War, you have your Civil War coinage. Any sort of seeded material is like hot right now, especially coming from the Civil War era, so 1861 to 65. Again, Morgan dollars all across the board, graded mint state 63 and up, continue to sell absolutely amazing. Carson Cities, no doubt about it. But some of the things that have kind of slipped have been current, brand new 2021 US Mint product has been taking a clobbering. As a matter of fact, I wanted to share the only coin that I have left over from the 10 or so Morgan and Peace dollars for this year is this one lone singular Peace dollar. And that's all I need. This is the only one I'm going to keep. There's nothing fancy about it. In case you guys haven't seen it, I mean, it comes in this cheapo box. Certificate of authenticity in there, and that's the coin. All right, it's pretty. I mean, in a modern kind of appearance to it, it certainly has that low relief look, or high relief rather. Similar to the 1921 issue. But all in all, this is the only one singular coin I need. Right here, out of all of them, I sold all the CCs, the O's, the Denver, San Francisco, and I had one Philadelphia that I ended up selling. And I'm not looking back. A lot of things I guess you could say went wrong with the U.S. Mint programs this year. A lot of retail arbitrage certainly had skewed the overall market earlier in the year. And along those periods of the first, especially when you had pre-sales of this crap, it's just... there's a lot of things that did go wrong when it came to the overall market. I guess growth is the perfect word to kind of help, just illustrate things. Just overall market growth was unnatural in certain aspects, and people thought they were worth way up here, like the CC Morgans, shot all the way up to like $500-600, and then now they come crashing down to under $150 a coin. Well, gee, maybe that was their original market to begin with. So the people who got their free easy tendies out of it, selling the pre-sales of the pre-sale, took advantage of it. And if you were able to get away with this stuff scot-free, then it was all good. But to get back to the heritage letter, now that we've kind of recapped a few of like the popular coins and stuff, I'm just going to read, I guess, the first paragraph from David Mayfield. And I think this is the second of such letter that I've received within the last 18 months. And this is just going to kind of set the stage on what the market is currently like today. And just how crazy and just how robust and it's a great time to be alive if you're in numismatics today. So, dear Mr. Blah, 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 or Blue Ridge, with great excitement, I am writing to you in the midst of one of the strongest numismatic markets in many years. No doubt you have heard about auction records being set for all types of collectibles. Rare currency is no exception. Our currency auctions in 2021 have had the largest percentage of price records set for individual items than in any of the previous 20 years. Don't be fooled in thinking that only the most expensive items are seeing the price increases. Thousands of new records were set this year at every price point, from $500 up items to pieces worth more than $500,000. So that was prefacing the first paragraph of this letter. Now, if you're, I've never consigned with Heritage. I've consigned with Great Collections before, But if you've purchased or you have an account with Heritage Auctions, you would have received one of these letters. And I love letters like this because it's just one of those very innocuous type of temperature gauges of the market is when you receive stuff like this that says, hey, we need your consignments. We need your coins because we don't have any. We don't have nearly as much inventory to sell. So this is a letter of kind of like priming, the current customer base for Heritage Auctions, in the hopes that someone is able and willing to take advantage of the market and consign their coins and currency with them. Okay, I mean that's fine. That's great outreach. This mail piece obviously looks good. Can't tell if the signature. What do you think? You guys think that's legit? It could be auto pen, kind of like what the presidents used and the secretaries did. But this is also another thing. If you guys read that this part here that's bold, I mean that says a lot right there. Heritage is buying more aggressively. I mean, shoot, wouldn't you? Right? I mean, if they don't sell anything, they don't get paid. So that's Heritage Auctions, and I can honestly say that the same narrative speaks to all levels of auction houses. Great Collections, Stack's Bowers, Legend, Rare Coins, David Lawrence. All the big outfits are probably looking for consignments, and if you guys are looking to. There's going to be a period of time. When do I let go of these things, right? Now might be the right time because we're in the middle of the holidays. I don't know if the Heritage Auctions can get your coins into consignment database before the end of the year, because normally it takes like until the next big show before they could actually put it in, for a preview. But again, this speaks volumes to the overall market. Now, a lot of the crap and dreck that you see out there, and there's going to be a lot of people that are going to say, oh, I got this 1989, Lincoln Cent. It was a big hole in the middle. I'm like, that's zinc rot. That doesn't quite constitute the coin market. That's just pocket change. But, things like that, obviously, you have to take into consideration exactly the prime targets of what these auction houses are looking for. They're looking for early pieces, I would venture to guess, any obsolete coinage. They'll even look at like really nice Franklin half dollars and, things as recently as that. So that's good to see. The market, as of first 10 days of November has been absolutely just breathtaking. All right, so that covers that. I'd like to take a moment to talk about the few pieces that I had acquired, starting with this. And this is that Franklin Mint. This is actually part of the Norman Rockwell's Fondest Memories collection. So this hunka chunka bar is actually 925 sterling. It's 1,500 grains, which equates nearly 3 ounces. All right, I think it's just slightly over that. But it has, one of the namesake portraits that Norman Rockwell had produced back during his day. It's a pretty nice, chunky, very heavy silver piece. It's very rare that you see singular pieces like this enter the marketplace in some form or fashion. Okay, generally these will be in a complete set, which constitutes, I believe, 10 coins in a kind of squarish, flat storage box with like a velour inset and all that great stuff. Franklin Mint is notorious for having these big, ridiculous mahogany cabinets for your multi-year or multi-month coin series that you pay a monthly fee for. So this right here, this was the Fondest Memory set, was actually 10 placards, 925 sterling. I think it's really cool. Never owned one before, but that's what that looks like right there. And I don't know, that's just going to go in my silver stack, because outside of that it really does not serve a whole heck of a lot of other purpose numismatically, because Franklin Mint was really, in a way, a commercial outfit. All they did was pump and dump. And they did, it was like the high-end Littleton coin back in the day. You paid a ton of money for these things. But all of the Franklin Mint and then the specs of, the fineness of the silver is actually on the edge. I think these are really neat. So it's just a big old chunk of, silver. And what's really cool is it has actually Norman Rockwell's um, painted autograph on there. Of course, it's been engraved into whatever the master die is to make these. All right, so this is also one of my favorites. I've owned, and I currently still do own, a number of these, and they continue to be just one of my favorite pieces to buy when I get the opportunity. But this is a 1989 Chinese silver panda. Very cool, minted in limited numbers, and this was actually in its original government packaging, so it's 1989 right there. Beautiful panda design. This one actually has the certificate of authenticity. If you guys know the packaging for the early Chinese pandas, this is actually a PVC sleeve. You normally don't want to keep them in here if you can absolutely help it, because you guys know PVC is a corrosive. But it's also got this funky red. It's kind of like a felt insert. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's what that looks like, in there. And the certificate of authenticity and guarantee, all right, this right here is from Preferred Customer Service. So, okay, Preferred Customer Service unconditionally guarantees that the 1989 1-ounce Panda Silver Dollar accompanying the certificate and described hereon is genuine and authentic in every detail. So that's kind of like, again, a third-party certification service that sold these probably at a huge premium. There's the now defunct Preferred Customer Service number. And if you look on the inside, I mean, it looks like a really cool, legit, very nice, period correct. I mean, 1989 is period, right? 1989 certificate of authenticity. Would you guys believe that there was only 250,000 1989 Panda silver dollars produced? All right, but there you go. It says so on the paper, so it's got to be true, right? But all in all, these were my two notable items that I picked up. And again, the shop, or the coin shop name is God, I might even butcher it. Mina Coin and Pawn in Wailuka. So if it's really the only game in town, I'll be honest with you, that sells stuff like this. But they also had the pulsating, I think 2018 or 19, pulsating maple leaf silver $1 coin that was graded proof 70 in this big giant slab, and those things are 2 ounces of silver. It's really impressive. I almost decided to buy it. The thing was like $450, but I'm like, I'm gonna save that for some early type pieces, because for the same amount of money you could get yourself a really nice high-end, like large cent, or so something a trade dollar, something that really resonates a little bit better for me. So I got that. I dealt with Michael, by the way, at K Coin. I'm just gonna say K. Mina Coin and Pawn, and they also do silver and gold bullion transactions in Wailuka, Hawaii. So that was cool. A couple pieces I did pick up. Also picked up a few artworks as well, which I'll talk about in a separate video in the future. I am a proponent, and this is for some of you out there that do like your own crafts. You have your own Etsy store, Facebook, that sort of thing. If you guys need a real quick plug on some of your stuff that you do and make, I could certainly do that to help you guys out. And, if you have like Instagram and any sort of links, I could put that on there as well. But I also picked up, because my wife wanted them, a few one art print that's a canvas that's been stretched over bars, and also a canvas print that we're going to get framed from a couple gentlemen. Again, I'll talk about those in a future video. But that's where I've been the last about week or so. Is yeah, we're just recharging the batteries because God only knows, man, how is this holiday season going to shape up in the coin market? Okay, as we go on through the rest of November and into December, it's going to be absolutely insane. And again, right around, like the 4-day weekend for Thanksgiving, I'll be officially announcing the little small mini holiday giveaway for each and every single one of you to participate in if you so inclined. And that will be, again, probably, not Black Friday, but that weekend. We'll talk about it. All right. We got some really cool rarities that I will be throwing in there. In addition, I will give away a little spoiler because you guys are deserving of it. But I also have right here, courtesy of Paula Bloom of Live Coin Q&A channel, one copy of 2021 Morgan Dollar New Orleans Privy Mark. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at this guy so that way you guys know what it looks like. So there you go. This is her personal donation for the channel that we will be giving away as a holiday item. There you go. There's the back end of that bad boy right there. So that's the O Privy Morgan Dollar that we will be giving away as well for one lucky individual. Stay tuned for the official launch video on that giveaway event for the holidays. But that's going to go ahead and do it. I just wanted to, just kind of keep tabs on you guys, kind of notify you what's going on. I desperately needed a break. My brain was like fried eggs, in the days preceding our little vacation trip. It was a lot of fun. Our next vacation isn't until 2 years. So I think we're going to do an East Coast trip. Haven't done that in quite a while. And, maybe I'll get to see one of you somewhere out there in the eastern half of the U.S. Should be a lot of fun, but that's 2 years. So will I still be around? I hope so. Thank you again for all your support. I know the sunset, it was a beautiful video, 2 hours long. If you needed to fall asleep, I actually played it for my daughter last night, and she fell asleep just like that. But I want to thank you guys for kind of hanging tough there with me. I know I disappeared for a week, and I just needed to recharge some batteries. Mental health week, vacation for sure. This old brainiac right here doesn't get better, with age. It's just the way it is. I expect you guys to do the same too. Take a little time off from coins and work and all that great stuff, and really hone in on you and your well-being. So, love you guys. Thank you again. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that bell. You know the drill. Coinaholics, we are back, baby. Boom. There you go. So I'll see you guys next time. All right. Have a good evening, and see ya on the PCMR that's coming up tomorrow. All right. Peace.